I'm Eva. I'm a theatre maker. I work as a lighting and sound technician or as a production stage manager on tour with theatre companies. So I chose to study theatre because I had been part of the local theatre workshops at my village for years, since I was like 8 years old, and I always knew I wanted to do something related to like theatre or arts. And I kind of hated being on stage, and I would always ask for like this, two lines. I didn't want a big role, but I just enjoyed the whole setup. I really enjoyed like choosing what script we were going to do each year, or choosing what costumes we were going to wear, or what music was going to be played, or help out in building the set. So I kind of really wanted to get involved in all of that. So I was born in the UK. My dad's British and my mom's Spanish. So when I was 8 years old, we moved to Spain. So I went in through the whole Spanish schooling system. And when it came to studying like A levels and stuff like that, I chose the Spanish baccalaureate, and I specialized in the fine arts part, in which we studied, history of art, painting, sculpture, building. And then we had the general subjects that we all study in Spain, which were Spanish, English, science, maths, a bit of everything really. But I specialised in the whole building and painting and doing all of the crafts within a fine arts context. So I gained a really great experience in theatre, in like really detailed knowledge of theatre in my degree. I learned how to work and create with other people. I learned how to fund theatre shows. I learned how I could create a website and what kind of information you needed to put into a website so that an audience would read something about your show and go like, right, that's the show I want to go and see. I also met loads of other theatre makers, which was really great. Something that was really nice to gain at university. We would either go on like day trips to see a show, or sometimes theatre companies would come and see and do like a one-day workshop with us. Or actually we had teachers who were theatre makers and taught us throughout the whole 3 years of uni. So that was all really great practical experience to learn at uni too. Of course, I gained loads of really good friends that I'm still in touch with today, and I gained, I think, the whole experience of living away from home and meeting new friends and deciding what food you want to buy and what you're going to eat, and just it's a whole experience, and it really changes. It really changes you. It's really good fun. My ambitions when choosing my career were, I wanted to be like a writer or a theatre director, but I also really like getting my hands dirty. So that's why I studied like building and crafty kind of stuff at baccalaureate. So I think, in the back of my mind, I always had an idea of being a designer or building sets, or, even if it was just painting a wall, as long as the wall was in a theatre, I kind of felt like I'd achieved my goal. My career now is being a theatre maker. I do tours with different companies. I work as a lighting and sound technician mainly. I work as a stage manager, a production manager. I go on tours with different theatre companies, but I also write my own work. I kind of create my own sound designs, and I compose not music, but kind of soundscapes for theatre. And I don't know, I'm actually currently applying for an Arts Council funding application so that the Arts Council supports my first ever like professional theatre show. So, you know, fingers crossed with that. My future goals now, well, on a short term, it's that the Arts Council likes my project and that they fund this new show that I've been writing and thinking about for quite a while. And I really want to get into a rehearsal room with a bunch of different performers, writers, comedians, and create this show that we've been thinking about for a while. And on a long term, yeah, I don't know, carry on working in this way, you know, carry on making my own shows, carry on touring with other theatre companies or working in one specific theatre. Who knows, you know, life is full of surprises and you never know. So my degree prepared me for my career in the fact that it just helped me understand the amount of different options and different ways of doing stuff that were available once you start working and you become an adult. You know, there's loads of different options and there's loads of different ways of doing stuff. So I think university really gave me all those different like avenues to start choosing where to go. And you know, there were very practical moments, there were very like detailed moments where, for example, one lecturer told me to volunteer at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which is a big theatre festival where loads of international artists go. And he told me to go there to volunteer, and I did. And I met the first theatre company that I actually did a UK tour with. Or there was another lecturer who still, like a couple of years after going to uni, he recommended me to a Brazilian director, and we went on a great European tour, which was really good fun. And actually I still work with this Brazilian director nowadays. So there's loads of little things that, you know, happen when you're at uni, and you're not, maybe when they happen, you're not quite sure if it means anything or if anything's going to come out from that. Or maybe, you know, straight away you get really good opportunities, but on a long term, you start seeing the payback and you start like looking back and going like, oh, great. Thank God I'd listened to my lecturer and went to the Edinburgh Fringe, or, you know, you kind of stay in touch and get to really enjoy all of those moments, and they really pay off when after a few years. Great. If you have any questions or you know, just write them in the chat box and I'll try to answer any questions that you have. And of course, good luck for the future, and thank you for listening.